How do everybody, and welcome to another Hengist Wild Camps. Well, yet again, I'm back in the glorious Peak District. Might be a familiar sight to some of you if I spin round. Not Kev. I'm in Edale, just at the bottom of the track that leads you up the Nab. And as I say, I'm out with Kev Green and Jannu, and we're spending 2 nights up on Kinder.
Good afternoon.
I think we're going over at 7-minute crossing over to Sealstones. Well, I'm going to get me trekking pole because we've got a plod up there behind us next. So I need some 4-wheel drive going. Help me knees. Probably speak to you as we're going up there and I'll show you some views along the way. But for now...
Nobody there. I don't know why he talks to all these people. They're not there. It's just a box with a screen on it.
Bit of an old joke that, I must tell you about it one day. It's in one of my old videos. Yeah, I'm going to get my trekking poles out, plod up there, show you some views along the way, and I'll speak to you in a bit. See you all later. Hey. Well, we're nearly at the Nab. We just sat down on this little wall. Jannu's here and Kev's next to me. And just looking at these magnificent views down Edale and over to Rushup Edge. Still overcast. A bit windy as it always is when you start going up, but it's not cold. Got my sleeves rolled up anyway. Well, that's because I'm going uphill with a pack on my back. Right, well, I just thought I'd let you know where we're up to. And I'll show you some more views as we plod on. Well, we've just got to the top at Nab. There it is behind me. And yeah, the rain's held off. It's still pretty nice. Next, we're going to go over that hill behind where Kev is, and then up Brown Knoll, and then get to the 7-minute crossing. So, did I say Brown Knoll? Golden Knoll. Golden Knoll, yeah. Right, well, we'll plod on that way, up Golden Clough, and I'll show you some views on the way up, and probably speak to you when we've got to the top towards the 7-minute crossing. Right, see you in a bit. We've just come over at 7-minute crossing behind me, and we've just passed Blackden Brook, and we're at this little stream here. There's Kev over there, and I'm going to take my bag off and get some water. As you can see, I've got waterproofs on because it did come down just as we started coming over at 7-minute crossing, but it's clearing up now. Weather forecast said it was going to clear up. Right, well, I'm going to get my bag off, get down there, get some water, and then Sealstones is just up over that skyline. I'm pleased to say that we've arrived at our destination. We're just down from Sealstones with this lovely view behind us. Kev's just over there, and where my bag is where I'm thinking of getting my tent, just here. Well, I'm just going to take in these views for a second or two, a minute or two, and then I'll start getting my tent up for the night. Marvellous being here. I'll see you in a bit. I'm finally all pitched up at Sealstones. Been a few spits of rain in the air, but nothing too heavy, and it doesn't matter now because the shelters are up. There's mine behind me, and there's Kev's. He's in his trail star tonight. Well, I'll do usual. I'll turn the camera around and I'll give you a walk around my pitch. Here's my Outkit Type Star. And once again, I've got a fairly good taut, tight pitch, like a drum. And where we are with this P-tag behind us here, the wind's coming from that direction, so it's quite sheltered here. The ground's not the most even, but I'm sure me and Kev have both slept in worse. Right, well, let's go inside the tent and I can show you what I've got. Pretty much usual fare for me, but saves me having to do a gear list. Okay, let's dive in. Well, as we go inside the tent, in the living room area here, I've got my German Army folding mat, just for a bit of comfort to sit on while I'm in this section, and I can always put it in the bedroom area later to give a bit more padding to my sleeping pad. Right, well, over on the left, I've got some water, which you saw me collect earlier. There's my kitchen, pots, pans, windbreaker stove, everything's in there. Next to it, I've got some Rice Krispie chocolate squares, and underneath there is my food bag with the grub that I'm going to eat tonight and tomorrow. On top of there, some fuel. I've got 4 tins of McEwen's Champion 7.3, some Scotch eggs there just nestled behind. There's my wooden spoon. In that bag, I've got my water filter. In that black bag next to it is all my electricals. My rucksack's right at the back. And in the sleeping compartment, I can't be bothered unzipping it, but I've got my summer plus 10 degrees C sleeping bag, my FE Active lightweight summer sleeping bag. Underneath there, there's my climate static insulated V-Light, again 3-season sleeping pad. At the back, my Flextail neck contour pillow, and on top is my down trousers, down booties and synthetic puffer jacket. Right, well, with all that done and I'm all set up, I think I might crawl in and take these waterproofs off. Don't really need to wear them. And might even take my boots off and think about having a beer. I'll bring you back once I'm inside my tent. Well, I'm sat in my tent, as you can see. I've got my waterproofs off. I haven't taken my boots off yet. But my thoughts are turning to a McEwen's Champion 7.3. Oh, I've been thinking about this all day. I'll just crack it open. Whoa, that smells good. Well, everybody, good health and cheers. Leave by gum. That's good beer, that. Whoa. Well, that went down a treat, that. Worked up a bit of thirst. Not had a drink since I had a brew this morning when I left the house. Right, well, I'm going to revitalise myself with drinking this. Just relax, taking these views. And then when Kev's sorted, we'll go over to his tent and we'll have a look at his gear, because he has some good stuff, Kev. But for the meantime, I'm going to drink this and I'll bring you back later. Well, I'm still going through this first can of McEwen's. I'll just have a slurp. Oh, put it back in my boot down there. Just been chatting with Kev, and I was saying to him earlier on, I love this point of the camp where everything's set up and, you know, you're relaxing, you're having a brew or a beer in my case, and everything's just peaceful and got a fantastic view. I'll just turn camera on. No idea what I'm filming. But yeah, it's really nice here and it's warm. I've got my down trousers on. Haven't put my down booties on yet. Still got my socks on. Got my synthetic puffer jacket on. But feeling a bit peckish. Can't be bothered getting the stove out. Might have some cream of tomato soup later. But I have got with me tonight some Scotch eggs. So I'm just going to have a bite. Ooh, I do like a Scotch egg. Well, I'm going to continue eating this, chat with Kev, and if I remember, as I said earlier on, we'll go over there and we'll have a look at what Kev's got, kit-wise. Right, well, I'll get back to my Scotch egg, and I'll see you all later. Well, I had that Scotch egg, and do something to wash it down, so yeah, I think I'll crack open my second tin of McEwen's. I'll just try this one-handed. Should be used to doing this now. Well, everybody, once again, good health. I've done this on purpose so I can have the drink. And cheers. Oh, I'll just put it in my beer holder. Well, this is the life. Drinking beer and tucking in to another Scotch egg. Well, the forecast was right. It said it was going to clear up, and the clouds are breaking up, and there's patches of blue everywhere. I could see some sun rays popping through the hole in the cloud. So, yeah. Well, we're on for a dry night, I reckon. It's warm anyway. And the wind seems to have died off a little bit. But we are quite sheltered where we are here. It's been a great evening so far. About an hour or so to sunset. Anyway, enough of me twittering on. I'm going to get back to my Scotch egg. And I'll see you all later. Well, as I mentioned earlier, let's pop over to Kev's shelter and have a chat with Kev and see what he's got. I'm out of the shelter. Underneath my arm, I've got my German Army folding mat and a beer in other hand. Right, let's go over to Kev's shelter. How do, Kev? I'm approaching.
How do?
That smells good.
Surprisingly tasty, actually. Hoisin flavour duck and noodles from Aldi.
Lovely.
Empty, but
well, I've come over so you can tell folks about your shelter and the kit that you've got with you tonight.
Well, as you can see, plastic bags. Dog sleeps on an old mat. Bit of old sleeping bag. Baby bag, sleeping bag in there. Extherm pad. Just to protect me from me inflatable from getting punctures. I've actually got 2 sleeping bags. An Out Kit 200. Right. And an OEX 400. The bivvy bag is just a Pertex bivvy bag. It's a Snug Pack Special Forces. Don't ignore the Special Forces bits. The Special Forces.
Yeah, you can't talk about that, can you?
It has a zip that goes down the middle, which is completely not waterproof. It means I can get out of it quick. The reason that I use a bivvy bag is purely and simply because somebody who's not too far away can quite often get covered in rather a lot of black shit. And I really
Jannu. Hello.
I don't want to all over my
good dog. Yeah, good dog.
And it adds a bit of extra warmth. Hey, come on, bed. As you can see, Jannu is sporting a pair of rather flashy pyjamas.
Yeah, she looks toasty one. There's fleecy, isn't it?
Yeah, with reflective piping. Right. So that when she disappears out at night, it's a bit easier to see. But it does keep her a little bit warmer. It dries her off if she's a bit damp, but it signifies that's it for the day. It's now time to chill out.
Yeah, she wants to settle down.
Yeah, settle down time. As soon as you put them on, that's it. She knows she's not going anywhere.
Toasty warm, fur coat on, and then that over the top of it.
Yeah.
Modular system.
Modular dog.
It is a top shelter, this, mate. I'm sat in the doorway, but it's really warm.
Yeah, this is my favourite one for when the weather. And people use these all year round. People use them in severe winter. Personally, nah, not for me. It's too cold. It's a MLD Trail Star. It weighs 500 grams. Look at the size of it.
Yeah, it's huge.
Right? It'll take 70-mile-an-hour winds, no problem. That's documented on more than one occasion on YouTube, and I mean proper serious. Not somebody saying, "Oh, it's blowing 70-mile-an-hour wind with the hood's not moving." This is proper wind, and they're $230 brand new. It's next to nothing compared to what you're paying for a Solo or stuff like that. It's a very well made, well engineered top. That's all it is, really. It's not a tent.
The part where you're in, it's almost like a pyramid tent, isn't it?
Yeah. You've just got that. There's no zips, no doors, which is obviously what makes it lighter.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've been in this and it's been horrendous outside, and you're so far back, the weather don't get to you. And then check some of Steve's earlier videos when I've had this pitched when it's been wide open at the front, and so it's like you've got no tent in front of you. You lie down, you can see all the countryside. Shift that pole again, and you get an even smaller door. No weather can get in. Then it's nearly completely closed up.
Well, it's around midnight. Let me just turn this radio off. Sorry about that. Right, where was I? Yeah, it's around midnight. And I'm all tucked up in my sleeping bag. I've had a few beers. I've still got one left for tomorrow. Quite full. A couple of Scotch eggs. Loads of chocolate biscuits. I've ate tomorrow's ration as well. Yeah, it's been a really pleasant day and an evening as well. As I said, I'm all tucked up in my sleeping bag, and I think I'm going to get my head down. I've got my woolly hat on, got all my down gear on and everything. I may have to take some off, but at the moment I'm feeling really warm and really sleepy. What I think I'm going to do is put the radio back on the timer, or an audiobook on the timer for about an hour, and just listen to that and drift off. Right, well, there's nothing else really to say apart from I'll see you all in the morning. Good night, all. Chase that glove.
I'm voting that we have a legendary day up here and we end up at Rabbit Rock.
Alright, that sounds good.
And then we get the train back in the morning.
Jannu.
If it's going to be that.
Well, good morning, everybody. It's somewhere between 6 and 9 o'clock. I've just woken up a while back, and I'm going to get a brew on next. So I'll do that and try and wake up, and I'll speak to you in a bit. Well, got all the kit packed up. It's a lovely morning. Kev's just over there, Jannu's over there, soaking in the sunshine. Loving these views. What a great way to start the day. Been a lazy morning, but relaxing. I'll bring you back when we've got our bags on and we're about to plod on. Well, I've got my bag on, as you can see, and my trekking poles are just here. I'll grab them in a moment, but in the meantime I'm just doing my usual, having a look around for any bits of rubbish, or in my case tent pegs. But I'm getting into the habit now of counting all my tent pegs, and any bits of rubbish are in bag. Yeah, it all looks nice and tidy, as we all do. We leave no trace so others can enjoy it. Right, well, Kev's just getting his bag on there, and as I said, I'll get my trekking poles and we'll plod on. Well, I just thought I'd give you an update where we're up to. As you can see, we're at Kinder Low, and we set off this morning from Sealstones, walked along Northern Edge, and then we got to Fairbrook, and then we cut across the interior towards Kinder Gates. Then we followed Kinder River down to Kinder Downfall. Then we've just followed Edge Path past Redbrook, and we've arrived here. Next, we're going to head over to the Woolpacks and then make us way to Crowden. So, without further ado, we'll plod on. I just thought I'd let you know where we're up to. We're at Crowden Brook, and we're just going to get some water, and then it's not far to our campsite. Right, well, I'll try not to fall in again, and I'll grab some water.
Are you going in then? Just there. Trees is black just there, isn't it?
Well, we've arrived at our camp spot, and we're all set up. Day 2, and we're somewhere near Crowden Tower. It's a nice little spot, we've been here before. There's my tent just behind me, and Kev's is just there, right next to each other. I'll do usual, and I'll turn the camera around, and we'll have a quick walk around the tent so you can get a better look of where I've pitched. Well, here I am yet again in my Outkit Type Star 1, and it's quite difficult to get a bad pitch with this tent. It's a bit lumpy there with my rucksack's pressing on it. There we go, sorted. Yeah, we've got a lovely view. Front bedroom window for tonight. I'll just walk round to the front of it. Right, well that's the outside of it. Let's dive in and have a quick look. It's pretty exactly the same as it was last night really, but let's have a quick look anyway. Well, as I go into the living room area, again I've got my German Army folding mat for a bit of flooring. Got 1 can of McEwen's because I drank 3 last night. In that pouch there next to it is all my food. Got some fuel, kitchen, sponge and a cloth for wiping up. My electrical bag's there. My rucksack's right at the back. And in the sleeping compartment, I've got my FE Active summer sleeping bag, same as last night. Down trousers and booties are on top. And my synthetic puffer jacket are on top of the sleeping bag. Underneath there, I've got my Climate Static Insulated V-Light, my 3-season bag. And for a pillow, I've got the Flextail Neck Contour pillow. Right, well, that's the guided tour of my tent. I think I'll dive in and take my boots off. Be nice to get them off, and then I might think about having a beer. I'll see you in a bit. Well, it's turned into a lovely evening. The sun's out. It's really warm. It's a bit hazy over Russia Edge, but it seems to be clearing. Well, it's lovely being out in this heat again. Well, what better time than to have a tin of McEwen's Champion 7.3. I'll just crack it open. Well, on day 2 of this fantastic trip up Kinder Scout. Good health everybody, and cheers. E-by gum, that's good beer.
Oh, what a pleasurable experience being sat here, having a beer in this lovely sunshine. Well, enough of me rambling on. I'm going to get back to this and then think about getting some food on later. But there's no rush at the moment. Right, I'll see you all later. Right, I think I'm going to get some cream of tomato soup on. Well, my soup's ready. I've got radio on. Let me just turn it down. It's quite funny, it's dead ringers. But yeah, my soup's down there. And I'm just going to take the lid off, give it a stir. Let's see how it tastes from the mug.
At a rally on Wednesday night, Diane Abbott tore into the Labour leadership. She joins me now on the line.
That's right, Nick. I made it clear to the people of Hackney.
Oh, that's nice.
I'll stand by them come what may. Keir Starmer has shamelessly turned his back on the most important Labour tradition.
Well, I'm going to drink this, carry on listening to this radio show, talking to Kev, and think about getting my main meal on. Well, I've had my soup. Not bad as a starter, but I'm looking forward to this salami, pepperoni cheese. So I need to dig my knife out and then chop the salami up first, and yeah, then get on with cooking it. Well, that's me tea cooked. It should be ready in about 10-15 minutes. Looking forward to it. It's just hydrating in the pot. Right, I'll bring you back when it's ready. Well, my grub's ready. If you can hear some noise, that's Kevy's watching something. But yeah, it's down here. I'll just turn camera around. I've got lid on it. It's just been hydrating. So yeah, let's get lid off, give it a stir and see what it's like. Oh yeah, here's my pot. Let's get this lid off. And as I said, let's give it a stir. Macaroni cheese with chopped up bits of salami in it. Well, let's see how it tastes. Nice and warming. Right, well, I'm going to get stuck into it, and I'll speak to you later. Good morning, everybody. Day 3. Finally out of my tent. It's sometime before 8 o'clock. I didn't say good night last night. I just fell asleep after I'd had my tea. As soon as the sun went down, I was out like a light. I had a right good sleep. Anyway, I'm going to start getting my kit packed away, and I'll speak to you in a bit. Right, well that's me with my bag on. Kev's there, got his bag on, and I'm doing my usual.
I'm looking around for tent pegs in my case and also little bits of rubbish, but I've counted all the tent pegs in. They're definitely there, and any bits of rubbish are in my bag. Like we all do, we leave no trace so others can enjoy it. Right, well, I think, which way we're going down? Are we going down the nab?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going down the nab. So, sun's out, it's a bit windy. I'm hoping I'll warm up because I've left my coat on in my bag. I've left my coat in my bag. And it's a bit chilly at the moment, but as I said, hopefully it'll warm up as we start to plod on. Well, on that note, that's what we're going to do, plod on. I'll see you in a bit. Well, what a small world this is. Last year, I did a video, me and Kev were out, and I think the thumbnail said "Where Eagles Dare." It was taking the mickey of the film because we're on like the edge of a cliff. And on that night, we bumped into Johnny.
Hello, mate.
Who's behind me here. Hey, hello again, Johnny.
Hello again.
Just saying, what a small world.
You can't go anywhere, can you?
Well, he's plodding on with us back to Edale. So I just thought I'd let you know what we're up to. And yeah, we'll plod on and I'll speak to you in a bit.
What is it?
I'm back at the car. Yeah, what a great 2 nights. We went up the nab on day 1, over at 7 Minute Crossing, over to Sealstones. We pitched up there. Then day 2, we made us way to Fairbrook. Then we crossed over interior towards Kinder Gates. Then followed the edge path to Kinder Low, through the Woolpacks, and then on to Crowdham, where we camped last night. It's been a cracking 2 days. Well, on that note, I'm going to get my kit off and chuck it in back at car. So, until next time, when I'll see you again for another Hengist Wild Camps, it's cheerio. Bye-bye all.